going back in the neutral part. Hello, good morning. Let me just attend, guys, to my baby here. Going back to our analysis, as we last mentioned,
almost 14%.
looks like my baby's again calling me, so let me get back to you again, guys. Sorry. Resuming our analysis for Bitcoin, as we mentioned, looks like Bitcoin already had this movement downward action at, as you can see, it's almost reaches 14% correction. So as for me, I'm a bit convinced already that this bearish action already played out. But one possibility here, if this will continue to hold this resistance at 60,000K, the next play might be this will act as support. Let's try to go on a lower time frame, as you can see here. So this support at around 55,000, if this will hold on, we might continue to poke this resistance again and try to test the 60,000 range. But if not, the next possible resistance is at around 58,000. That might push us again and try to test this around 53,000 range. So that's possible sideways action. But let's just check what will be the response of the market. But the good things with this, if this will continue this sideways action here, altcoins will definitely again have its run, a huge run out to the upside. As we know, the psychology in bull market for Bitcoin, if Bitcoins will continue to run in upside action, normally altcoins will be a lag a bit, and then eventually they will catch up. But if Bitcoin finds already a certain range, a sideways action, that's the time that the altcoins really pumps. But if Bitcoins have a correction, definitely we could expect a huge dump on this altcoins. So that's how the volatility and actions this happen currently in a bull market. Speaking of altcoins, let's try to check Ethereum. What does Ethereum is doing currently? It looks like Ethereum behaves almost the same with Bitcoin. Registered a new all-time high at 2,042.33 in Binance to be exact. We had a double top. So this one actually calls for a bearish action. And from there, the first correction was around almost, 37%. And then when we try to attempt to move up again, we finally find a support on this range around 1,700. And from there, we are having around 11+% correction. So that's not bad. But if you're going to check the Fibonacci retracement, you could see we already passed the 0.78% or 0.786 Fibonacci retracement. And currently finding this clear support at this golden packet, 0.65 and 618 fib. What can we expect from here? Well, if this will continue to have this tightening action, eventually we could see that DeFi and the NFT will have also a huge run. But right now I don't see any red alert. checking the relative strength, still in the neutral territory. Now let's try to go on a lower time frame at 4 hours. We establish here a downward action, but in relation to that, yes, we do have this bearish divergence during this period, but as we can see, we already had this correction here, so I believe that this already played out. So we could move forward on that and just concentrate on this area. While on this area, so far everything is neutral. And checking the moving average, see if there's anything that's holding us. In 4 hours, we had some rejection already on the 21 EMA. So, but in the daily, we're just about to touch it on a daily. So we still have the support around 1,700, just like what we mentioned. Let's just have a quick count here. Let's see if there's a clear possible action. Well, here there's a clear trend that we could see. 1, 2, 3. So we have a clear ABC correction here already. So it symbolizes that we're going to have an impulse wave now. And checking this part, looks like we have here 1, 2, this the 3, 1, 2, 3, 4, yeah. And we're finding for the 4, it might be 4. And then from here, we'll be able to try to test again this all-time high and try to reach this 2,100 range to be our tentative 5. So far, that's what we could see on Ethereum. But the other play that we could also watch on is if this support will not hold and will continue to be rejected at the 1,800. Definitely the next support that we're looking is this one, the 1,400, 1,500. So from here, we might have a tightening action, sideways action. Or from here, we'll try to catch up now this fifth wave that we're looking on, since we are still trying to discover the fourth wave. LTC, what do we have on LTC? On LTC, on Litecoin, in a daily time frame, here we clearly established already that's wave, and now we had this correction and impulse at the same time, and we just reached the 0.786 fib retracement. So it's very clear that there's gonna be a resistance on this area. Going back also to this part, you could see that this was a previous resistance. So the good thing here is we're establishing new higher high, a higher low. I mean, from here to here. Also, looks like we are getting some tightening action. So we just form a triangle here. Next move that we are possibly expecting is you might try to test this diagonal line support up to 1,000 or 180 range, and then try to move again on this part here. But overall, Litecoin is still doing good in comparison to dollars. Though on MACD, as you can see in daily, we just crossed the downward action here. So this might call a few more correction downward action here. So that's something to consider. That's why this action here might play. Finally, we have ADA. After this huge run on the announced on Coinbase listing, for the past days, we ran up to, wow, almost 50%. And since then, we had a huge dump since yesterday up to 20% plus. But right now, we are trying to bounce on this clear support range. So yeah, and this is actually a good buy zone already if you're gonna talk to me. Though on the MACD, we might still have a few more downward action. So the next support range, if this will fail, it's going to be the 1.4 range. But on the daily, if you're going to check the daily, yeah, we just touched the 21 EMA here. On the 4 hours, we attempt to poke it, but held on, and currently we are sitting on the 21 EMA. So this might actually have the narrative to push now this price going up. As we could see, previous listing on Coinbase normally have pump, but on the day of the listing, there will be a pullback that will eventually establish a new support for a new upward action. So I'm looking for this possible target at 1.3, and then perhaps from there, depending on the strength of the market, we might have another rejection. Test this higher high support before we move up again. So those are the possibility, and if that's the case, we're going to have a triple tap, a strong contender that this might now push upward. There are some analysts saying that we are targeting 1.5 and $2, especially now that the stimulus package has been out. Yeah, poo-poo. Okay then. I'm just gonna pause this one and get back with you. Again, let me get back to you guys. I guess this is how we're going to end this. Thank you for supporting the channel. We'll make sure that you guys are updated, so keep hitting that notification bell. Ciao. Once again, this is Healthy Minds reminding you that we're not financial advisor, so always do your own research.